Hey everyone, welcome back. We are diving into a topic today that I think is going to resonate with a lot of you.
Yeah, this is a good one.
It is. It's all about confidence.
Mm.
We actually had a listener request for an episode all about, how to be more confident.
Oh, nice.
And so that's what we're going to be unpacking today.
Cool. I love it.
So, I think sometimes we can get caught up in the idea that confidence is something that people just, either have or they don't.
Yeah. Like it's just this innate thing that you're just born with.
Right, exactly.
Like
But
some people just have it and some
yeah,
people don't.
yeah, but maybe it's not as simple as that. What do you think?
Well, I think you're right. Confidence, it's not necessarily this fixed trait. Like you're saying, like you're born with it or you're not. It's actually a lot more like a skill.
A skill, really?
Yeah, it's something that you can develop over time. You can build it, you can work on it, you can strengthen it, kind of like a muscle.
Hmm. Okay, so how do we do that? How do we actually, you know, flex that confidence muscle, so to speak?
Well, one really good place to start is by thinking about your strengths. What are you good at?
Okay, so like identifying my strengths.
Exactly, yeah. And there's actually a really, really cool tool that can help you do this. It's called the VIA Character Strength Survey. Have you ever heard of that?
I have not, but it sounds.
It's really
What
interesting.
is that?
Basically, it's this online survey, and it helps you identify your top like three character strengths, the things that you just naturally excel at.
Wow.
And once you know what those strengths are, you can start to use them more consciously in your daily life.
Oh, okay. I like that. So, like, if I know one of my strengths is, say, being creative, I should look for opportunities to use that creativity in my work, in my relationships, in different areas of my life.
Yeah, exactly. And every time you do that, every time you use one of your strengths successfully, you're basically giving your confidence muscle a little mini workout.
So we've been talking a lot about, outward actions and using our strengths. But what about the inner game? What about our thoughts? Because I don't know about you, but my inner critic can be pretty loud sometimes, and that definitely doesn't help my confidence.
No, totally. And you're right. Our thoughts, they play a huge role in how confident we feel. That negative self-talk, all those doubts and worries, they can really drag us down.
Yeah,
But the
right.
good news is that we can actually train our minds to think differently.
Really. So how do we do that?
Well, one really simple but effective technique is to just start noticing those negative thoughts when they come up. Don't judge yourself for having them. Just acknowledge them. And then see if you can reframe them in a more positive or at least a more realistic light.
Okay, can you give me an example?
Yeah, sure. So let's say you're about to give a presentation and you're feeling really nervous. You might have that thought like, oh my gosh, I'm going to totally bomb this. I'm going to forget everything. You know,
Oh yeah, I've definitely been there.
Right. But instead of letting that thought spiral out of control, try reframing it. You could say something like, okay, I might feel a little nervous, but I've prepared well, and I'm just going to do my best. It's about shifting that perspective a little bit.
Hmm. Okay, that makes sense. Another thing that I've always struggled with is setting goals.
Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Well, because it always feels like I'm setting myself up for potential failure, right?
Mm.
Like, what if I don't achieve the goal and then I just end up feeling even more discouraged and less confident?
I get it. It's a common fear. But here's the thing. I think a big part of it is setting realistic goals in the first place.
Okay, so like not aiming too high.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And then once you have a goal, break it down into smaller, more manageable steps. Like create a roadmap for yourself.
right.
This way, you're not just focused on the end result, you're also focused on all those little wins along the way.
Oh, so it's like celebrating those small victories, those little milestones.
Exactly. That can be so motivating, and it can really help boost your confidence because you're constantly reminding yourself that you're making progress, you're moving forward.
That makes a lot of sense. It kind of reminds me of something I heard about a while back, the confidence competence loop. Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, yeah. Tell me more about that.
Well, it's basically this idea that, when you achieve something, even if it's a small thing, it gives you a little boost of confidence.
Yeah.
And then that confidence makes you more likely to try new things, to take on new challenges. And then as you take on those challenges and you learn, you grow, you become more competent, which then fuels your confidence even more. So it's like this
Yeah.
this upward spiral, right?
Yeah, totally. It's this beautiful cycle that just keeps feeding itself.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
And if we zoom out a little bit and look at the bigger picture, I think
Mhm.
building confidence is really about recognizing your worth. It's about believing in your ability to achieve your goals. It's about becoming your own best advocate, cheering yourself on and celebrating every step forward.
I love that. It makes me think, what happens when we hit those inevitable roadblocks? Because, let's face it,
Hmm.
life is full of them, right? So how do we maintain our confidence when things don't go as planned? Does that just like automatically knock us down a few confidence levels?
Well, yeah, it's natural to feel discouraged when you face a setback. But here's the thing. I think confidence is not about never failing.
Okay.
It's about learning from those experiences and using them as stepping stones. So think about a time when you faced a challenge and you came out stronger on the other side. How did you do that? What did you learn? You tapped into your resilience, and that same resilience can help you navigate future challenges.
Yeah, that's a good point. So it sounds like we're really talking about a combination of things here. Like, it's about taking action, putting ourselves out there, using our strengths. But it's also about shifting our mindset, right? Challenging those negative thoughts,
Yeah.
celebrating the small wins, and embracing resilience.
Yeah, absolutely.
So to wrap things up, confidence is a journey, not a destination, right?
Hmm.
There will be bumps in the road,
For sure.
but by consistently putting in the effort, I think we can all boost our confidence and really reach our full potential.
Yeah, totally. You've got this.
And just imagine what we can accomplish when we unlock that inner confidence. It really is like a superpower, isn't it?
Totally.
So keep practicing those techniques, and remember, you are capable of amazing things. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into confidence.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.